back with Call of Duty Ghosts cranked. Done a few adjustments. Hopefully those help. Alright, we're good. Sorry, just had to Alt-Tab there for a second.
Cranked.
Alright. Let's hope this works better now. It's gaming time.
If you whips want to stay cranked, you gotta keep killing.
Hell yeah. Let's go, gamers.
Did I say you
There we
could
go.
stop killing? We're in the lead. Finally playing like you got a pair.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. Motherfucker there.
Hell. We've lost the lead. What is your major malfunction?
Some motherfucker over there, ain't he?
We're in the lead.
Bye-bye.
Finally
Oh,
playing
shit.
like you got a pair.
Ah, shit. Trying to get me.
Outstanding. Now
There we
give me
go.
another one. Satcom ready.
Bye-bye.
Over and out. Satcom enabled. You know where to find them.
Got him. Boom.
Hot dog ready. Left out for peanut butter.
Peanut butter is ready. Get the dog. Go get him, puppy. There we go. Cranked. Switched out some of my loadout. After a bit of research, it seems like the scope lag is sort of a problem when you use higher FOV, so
He hasn't got all day. Friendly
no
hind
problem with me.
incoming.
I can
You
just
earned
fix
it.
that shit. Thank you, doggy. Pop those orders. Humiliate the next enemy you kill. Okay. How do you do that?
Crank, move your ass, soldier.
Gaming. No food. Send help. Yeah, it's either me or him. I guess the next enemy I killed was not humiliated by being shot. Okay, I guess a missile strike isn't a humiliation. How the fuck do you humiliate? You just knife them? Some shit over here. Fuck, killed my puppy. Good job, doggy. The only problem with this puppy I've got is you can't pet it. But that was the same thing. Like this game and Metal Gear Solid 5 have the same art style, and I really like that. I like that look of like this destroyed beauty. It was just something that they used to do really well, and it's kind of a shame that they stopped. Like, yeah, I never went into this hoping that they would turn everything that they had here into just a weird, degenerate Tumblr game for weird people on the internet.
Satcom enabled. You know where to find them.
Like, you have to have all of this assumption and knowledge that they expect you to have, and there's no way that you could ever be expected to know any of that shit. The problem with these games is that they're niches and niches and niches and niches, and then pornography on top of that. So it's like, what the fuck is going through their heads when they're making this shit? You'd have to know what all the fuck this DeviantArt nonsense they're putting into these games even is like in the first place, so That's a barrier as is, assuming people want to fucking use the internet just to enjoy playing a video game. The answer is no. You should not have to do fucking homework in order to play a video game.
Get ready. You're playing with the big boys now.
Second of all, why the fuck that of all things, you know? DeviantArt, amateur shit. And usually on their bio, they'll list that they're like mentally retarded or something too. It's pretty weird. I mean, doing 5 minutes of research really leads you down a terrible rabbit hole that is just no thanks. Yeah, that's not what I want to see in my games. So, on top of it just not looking good, not running good, I am thoroughly weirded out by the shit they have chosen to select as like source material. So, giving that like $1 billion budget is just not okay. There is some shit that like I'm sure could make for a fun comedy game, but they're clearly not doing this as a joke. They're doing it because they seriously think this is the way that people should act in the game. Oh yeah, got another dog. Oh yeah, I already got a dog. He's a good boy. Another problem I have is like them trying to use video games as like their own fucking personal emotional dumping ground. I don't have a problem with people projecting their insecurities into the art they make. In fact, some of my favorite games ever have done that, but the way they do it is very destructive.
24, itching to kill. Friendly hind incoming. You earned it.
I don't know what the fuck counts as humiliation, but anyway. The way they've done this has become incredibly destructive, and it's just this negative feedback loop where the more you enjoy the thing, the less you're allowed to have fun. The more invested you get, the less you get out of it. This whole sunk cost fallacy bullshit, especially with live service games. You know, it's not fun to have this just nagging stress in the back of your head that you're not allowed to have as much fun as you should. Video games are for, you know, at their core about entertainment. They make money by being entertaining, not by turning you into a slave. I'm not afraid of a game like Fortnite or fucking, you know, Apex Legends or PUBG, because they're just shitty Chinese rip-offs of something that was done way better a long time ago. Hell, the likes of Overwatch 1, right? That shit was better than Fortnite.
You're dismissed.
Well, no I'm not. Doggy. You gotta get over here, bub. Helicopter saved my ass there at the last second. Just never know.
Dog ready. Left out the peanut butter.
I'm not afraid of a game like Fortnite or PUBG or Overwatch or whatever. They're more than, you know, more busy killing themselves than doing anything of actual merit. Because, like, the problem with them as well is if you get invested into them, well, fuck you. They don't care. They don't want you. After a certain point, they flip a button and kick your ass out. You're not allowed to have fun in your fun space anymore. How is that at all an acceptable thing to do? It's the same problem at, like, the Xbox One normalized in, like, 2013. Propped up to an absurd extreme that doesn't even have the, you know, illusion of looking good like this, right? Oh, Chemstrike. Chemstrike. This shit, right? Call in the game-ending fucking kill streak. Blow up a truck. I win. Shit like that. You don't have this in Fortnite. You don't have this in PUBG. You don't have cool shit that does this to the weather around you. The map is now totally fucked. There's this black fucking brown haze over everything thanks to what I've done. I think Strike Zone, is that like stadium map, did it a lot better, but you know, something as simple as changing the fucking lighting really has a big impact on the way the game plays. It was a small thing that I miss these games doing, but I remember when they used to do, like in Black Ops 3 or Battlefront, if they couldn't think of doing too much content, well, they would at least do like a nighttime variant or something, right? you would have these cool, like, action movies and kill streaks and other shit. They were continuing that trend I really loved in the Xbox 360. And they made it look and run a lot better, just consistently across the board. I think that was, like, that was the best part of it. But when they stopped doing that and replaced it with nonsensical cartoons that want to die, and they project all of this bullshit internet stuff into their fucking games, you know, that's not fun. That's not good. That's not a good time. I don't want to play any of that. And then when they make nothing but excuses for 15 fucking years, saying a bunch of bullshit that straight up just isn't fucking true, I would know this because I'm literally developing a game, and half the shit they fucking get wrong, I could get right in a day. Oh, we can't add a day and night cycle to open world game. You could do that in Unreal Engine 4 in like a day if you knew what the fuck you were doing, and they clearly don't. They have no idea what they're doing. Because how the fuck do they manage to hire this many dumb shits to make a game that has all of this excessive amount of modeling and texturing, say like in the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, where they have like 5 or 6 fucking layers of clothes on a soldier, and you would maybe only see 2 of them, tops. It's not that they're lazy, it's that they've clearly overdone it to the point of complete absurdity. The only things they would put all of the budget into are minute small things that barely fucking matter, which tends to kind of feed into this negative cycle of people also fixating on how sexual character models look in games, or if they look ugly, you know? I don't like that side either, and I don't think you should have every fucking character in a video game look like they're a Victoria's Secret model or like a buff dude. That can certainly help in like a few cases, like Gears of War or like some Marvel or DC shit, but like the way that the discussions about it have gone is just totally ass backwards. I never see anybody ever mention games like fucking Call of Duty or Metal Gear Solid 5 outside of people who are quote-unquote grifters like Threat Interactive. Yeah, because the sign of an obvious grift is giving me a free tip about like FXAA and how to make it look super sharp without charging me a fucking dime. This guy literally found a document that I never knew existed, and he put it up on his YouTube channel, and literally in the comments, in a pinned comment, left a tutorial on how you could, like, anybody could use pretty good FXAA instead of the shitty blurry temporal method that they have by default on every game in Unreal Engine 4 and 5. Yeah, what kind of grift gives you literally better results for free with no trade-off? It runs the same. It just looks sharper. Like, what? Yeah, what an absolute fucking scammer, right? What a horrible thing. And all the evidence I found against him was, like, super circumstantial and just, like, personal attacks. It's the same bullshit that Pirate Software did to Accursed Farms with Ross Scott. Just very, very confidently say this shit as if you know what you're talking about. Don't cite your sources, and then pretend like that's the way that this thing is, and then try to silence that person so they don't speak. Therefore, you basically make everybody think that, let's say, you know, you think this person is a vampire. There's no evidence to suggest that, but everybody believes it because you said that with a very matter-of-fact tone of voice. You said, this person is a vampire. Do not trust them because he will stab you and kill you and drink your blood. And everybody fucking believed it. For all intents and purposes, that's the way they treated Stop Killing Games. This very obvious, you know, very good movement that was designed to, as the title says, stop killing games. Because this guy had been fed up the same way I had with all of these fucking games being destroyed for so long. Hell, I probably wouldn't have even switched over to ARGs and the way my channel went if all of these games were just fine and dandy. I'd probably have played them a lot sooner. Couple that with YouTube's retarded policies on all of this, you know, you're not allowed to act and talk like a normal fucking person without putting on a retarded cartoon mask. Because they treat you differently if you have an anime avatar. If you don't have an anime avatar, yeah, you're basically in no man's land. You're not allowed to be cool. You're not allowed to have fun. If you want to be popular. Because they go in with the assumption that that's what you want to do. being popular often on YouTube requires you to not be yourself, and I tend to live by the old motto of YouTube, that being broadcast yourself. If what I say is unpopular, that's probably a good thing, because oftentimes popularity means you have a bunch of idiot little kids with cartoon avatars and robots who want to spam you. I don't want that. Now, if I want to be popular, I'll do it for things that actually matter, like making a fun video game myself. It's been too damn long since there's been like fun stylized realism games like Spec Ops: The Line, Section 8, Call of Duty Ghosts here as well, Metal Gear Solid 5, Black Ops 3, Crysis 1, 2, and 3. They all had this very distinct look. Brink as well. Brink is probably another great example. It's not so much cartoonish or realistic, it's more so stylized realism, I would call it. Metal Gear Solid 5 was going for more proper realism, but unfortunately, due to the passage of time, I think it would be more appropriate to just call it stylized realism, mostly because of the cartoonish elements that they had in there. So the way that it kind of works is it's like a 50-50. You have realistic shit, like, you know, big dudes in army suits, soldiers, and you know, armor, guns, and shooting and shit. But then you would have weird elements alongside them. Like in the case of Spec Ops: The Line or Call of Duty Ghosts here, you would have very fantastical environments with like all kinds of colors, lots of destroyed shit in this case. Brink was a lot more like a oil painting, I would say, or like a piece of 3D playable concept art, mostly because of how low quality the textures were. It just looked like a playable concept art. That wasn't the intention, and you can see that the texture streaming is not working as intended. But thanks to this unintentional bug, that actually did give me some really cool ideas as to how to like actually make realistic shit look really cool without turning it into a garbage, nonsensical, copy-pasted PlayStation 2 or anime game that gets forgotten in a week because it lacks any heart, soul, merit, or actual fucking identity. You know, the funniest thing about so many people who say anime looks great is that they say it has so much originality, heart, and soul when it all looks the fucking same. I can't stop being ear-raped by Alvin and the fucking Chipmunks because every person looks like a girl and sounds like fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks. You can't visually distinguish between a 7-year-old kid and a 7,000-year-old dragon thing or whatever. You know, it's just stupid. I can tell they have absolutely zero fucking intention on taking any of that shit seriously. And honestly, so do I, so it's a complete fucking joke. There might be a few good things you could take from it, the way I see, but it's better to just not bother. Ultimately, I think that these people have a lot of the right ideas, but they just don't know where the fuck to apply them. See, they would take some criticism like that, where I say I don't like these things, as some sort of personal attack too. That's another problem I have with the internet, mostly because all of the little children who run around with the, you know, the anime avatars, they don't have the sort of self-reflection or the discipline to separate themselves from a thing that they like. They project themselves in there a lot, and it is the sort of thing that, you know, technically Metal Gear Solid 5 is anime if you think about it, so I would say that's a pretty good anime, mostly because it doesn't look like some garbage cartoon shit. It exercised a little bit of moderation, which is what most of them lack, is what I talk about. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, like, the problem that had actually warned about was people putting on a mask, pretending they're in the fucking Matrix, and meanwhile everything they do, somebody else totally takes the credit and their agency from them. And that's the exact fucking thing that's happened with so many of these games, and they let it happen. Oh, gee, you know, saying that all of this was some brainwashing or conditioning is some sort of mental coping mechanism. I wonder what would ever give you that idea. Huh. Maybe like every fucking game that started with the Xbox One literally having it as a main theme. Go back and look at games from 2013 to 2017. You will see it all over the fucking place. Every big dude that was in an action game is now in a hospital. They're now some sort of mentally unstable person. And in the case of Black Ops 3 and Metal Gear Solid 5, quite literally, brainwashing and mind control are central points. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, you know, shit like this. oh gee, I wonder what would give you the impression that any of this is the shit that they're doing after they deliberately show you and tell you that doing this thing is bad, then they proceed to just do it 5 years later and hope to God you wouldn't fucking notice. How the hell can you enjoy a new game if that's the bullshit they're gonna fucking pull on you? You can't just have fun. You don't just put in the disc and the thing fucking works. That's just stupid. As well as that, you know, it's like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 generation ironically looks, runs, sounds, and plays better in the course of like, what, fucking 13 years than a single game does on PlayStation 5. Oh, they're faster, but they all look like the same fucking blurry cartoon garbage from me at the zoo. It's like the resolution of everything is like 144p, thanks to the TAA filter. And this game, ironically enough, you know, the fucked up thing about it is this game is using a temporal anti-aliasing method. It's called TXAA. It's a blur filter as well. The thing that it didn't have, that new temporal anti-aliasing does have, was that smeary, ghosty blur look. More people would rather say zingers than actually fucking properly diagnose and fix the problem. No wonder I play decade-old games. Helps me avoid it. Anyway, that'll do for now. Take care.